is our referee. Quarterfinal number 2. And we're underway. There's the kickoff. And it'll be Patrician Brothers with the first use of the football from Jada. Charges back. And there's 3 in the tackle to bring him into the ground there along with Gash. And there was Castle in there as well. So that's where we are. 20 metres out from their own line, Patrician Brothers of Blacktown. As they approach the 30-metre line here on a tremendous day, as we've alluded to in the first game for quarterfinals football. Brilliant weather conditions after so much rain that we've had here on the eastern seaboard over the last 3 to 4 months. But the playing conditions here at Campbelltown Sports Ground is absolutely sensational. So there's Arthur, the captain, the dummy half. Dishes it back then out of Bredel. He's going to go into the afternoon sun. But taken nicely over there by Clutterbuck. And he's wrapped up here just short of the 20-metre line. Taken down there by Latu. Now they run straight and hard there into the prop in Papu. They take him back towards his own 20-metre line. So Erindale College coming up against one of the powerhouses in the NRL Schoolboys final in the Peter Mullholland Cup here today. Been interesting hour or so of footy as they now come back up towards the 40-metre line and looking around for support. And Jonah Anderson there looking around, and he was able to offload the footy. Now that pass is on the ground. They'll need a clearing kick here. And Gash, he says, let's pump it downfield, boys, and follow it through as Max Lang takes it well right on his own 40-metre line before he's been thumped and can't get away there. From Anderson. Ladu now. Rumbles over the halfway line. The centre three-quarters got it. David Afu. Just outside the 30. So a chance now for Patrician Brothers in the opening stages of this contest. Finau Ladu with a penalty here. They're going to take the tap and try and keep them napping. That's exactly what they were able to achieve here. Are they about to let the floodgates open here? Erindale College. The floodgates have opened. They go to the gap and they've got the try. Just trying to pick up his number plate from way up in the commentary box. We don't have a TV or anything like that, so it's pretty raw what we're doing here on quarterfinals day, but we think it could be number 10. Okay, just having a chat with our cameraman who's got the zoom, the man with the eagle eye. So we're thinking it's going to be Joda, is it? Jada Galavau. There you go. So Patrician Brothers, they didn't have to wait long, did they? Only 4 minutes of the clash. And he's been able to score the first points here on the second game of our quarterfinal. And as you can see, just from the opening few moments, Patrician Brothers, they're a very big side in size and stature. Very powerful. And a very powerful goal kicker too. He's had a superb season, Finau. And he converts the try. Converts the Judder try. So they lead by 6 points to 0 here on the dailytelegraph.com.au. So there's the recommencement of play. And there's the bring back mission again, falling for the try scorer. He's had a good game, hasn't he, Judah? He likes to be called by his first name, so we'll run with that as well. A lot of the players, they have nicknames for one another, but early on. The points are sticking to Patrician Brothers in their first pretty much set of 6 inside Erindale College, and they've been able to break away for first points. Here's Jacob Halongongu now. That's on the 40. They go short again. There's another gap straight through the middle. Here's Jordan, offloads the football. Back to Arthur. He offloads it. Razzle dazzle was a touch. Referee's gone down in the background as well. I don't know if you could see that on the camera, but that was a moment off the field. He had a slip and a slide, but he's got back up. Thought for a moment he was calling for a replacement. I thought the referee might have done his hammy. But now, certainly got a lot of blow in that whistle. His lungs are okay. Penalty here inside the 10. This time for Patrician Brothers. So what a relief. And I think that's probably one of the words that their coaching staff is thinking about right now. It's a relief to get outside their own 30 and do some attacking footy. And they've been able to knock this into touch. 40 metres out from their own goal line here at Campbelltown Stadium. Campbelltown Sports Stadium. And don't forget, for all the latest in and around the world of rugby league, the Daily Telegraph has got you covered. And of course, there's news up there at the moment. Ex-NRL star Corey Norman has been banned for 8 weeks for a deliberate touching over there in the Super League. So if you love your sport, log on to thedailytelegraph.com.au. There's a chance now to attack here, and they may well just do that. Into the gap and into the corner and into the beautiful vision, wasn't it? 4 all. Wow, there you go. So it's very hard, folks, just letting everybody know these numbers, and right out there, even with the binoculars, white on white, probably a commentator's nightmare. But the absolute passion, and the ball was right on the spot. It was an incredible pass, and they just crashed over right onto the footy, and over they went. So 6 points to 4. Still in favour of Patrician Brothers. As we stand by now for the kick, and looks like Regan Carr over there with the goal kicking duties for Erindale College. So where is he? He's about 15 metres in from touch, 21 metres out. And this to lock us up at 6 all. On the Daily Telegraph scoreboard. It's not an easy kick. He's, as you can see, kicking into the northern sun. As the try was scored in the northern corner. This to lock us up at 6 all. If successful. Strikes it well, but just to the right-hand side of the post. So no change on the Daily Telegraph scoreboard. It's still Patrician Brothers of Blacktown out by 6 points to 4. And we've got 21 minutes remaining in the first half of football. So we're back underway. And Erindale College off the back fence. Through Jordan Etai. Good surging run there by the prop. Gets his side back up towards the 30-metre line. Now they love to throw it around. They love to go to the line and attack at every opportunity. Now we see Jaden Xavier doing his best. There's the defence. The cross over the top there by Latu. Just short of the 40. So both sides still working one another out through the middle. Another penalty goes to Erindale College. So they'll shoot this towards the grandstand side over on the eastern touchline. Good kick for touch right on the 40. So a gain of 20 metres Only down by 2 points here. Good tackle there by the captain in Arthur. Matthew Arthur, of course. A proud family name. What a great name in the game of rugby league. The connections with Parramatta and his dad and his brothers. That's Gashotti. Sending it away. Anderson, oh, what a tackle there on Gash. Picked him up and smothered him. Let's keep an eye on the referee. But Sam Gash still feeling the effects. I think anybody would after that one-on-one hit. Lined him up right underneath the rib cage and went smack bang. And Patrician brothers, well, they're celebrating that because that's, if anything's going to lift you, that will. And he's just with the trainer at the moment, Sam Gash. Let's hope he's okay from that one. Just a copybook, old-fashioned jolter. Just for a moment when they were trying to execute a play to the right edge, it came unstuck in a big way. That's a testament to his strength and his character there, Sam Gash. Staying on the field, and his fullback's just dropping into the back of the scrum. As Patrician brothers, with the footy in hand, into Alea, the number 6, Ethan Alea. Only 16 years of age. Here's Donoveski now. That's Arthur. Distributing the footy. So Matthew Arthur again. Goes to dummy half. Here's Ladu. Goes short. Now that was flat. It looked a little, as I said in the call, a bit flat from up here. Referee got a call from the touch judge as well. It's Patrician brothers of Blacktown. Certainly showing everybody what they're producing again in 2022. Now, as we just look down to the interchange bench here for Erindale College, just off camera at the moment, Paul Montana along with Cunnanan, just getting a little bit of bending and stretching going. So they'll look to be coming out onto the field of battle very shortly under their coach in Ash Barnes. Short of the halfway line. Now, referee is just telling them to go back where I called held, which is just short of the halfway line here. So Jaden offloads it out the back door. They've got to go back away and clean it up here. And that's exactly what they do through their lock forward in Anderson. Taken down just on the 40. Gashotti now. Drifting across field. Sandwich there by Arthur. Here's Vega. So it's the last tackle now for Erindale College. Off the boot it goes. Positioned himself nice there. Max at the back. Read the play well. Dynamic fullback. Here he is now, sending runners to the left edge as they try to exploit any possible hole forthcoming through the Erindale College's middle of the field, but half a gap closed just as quick as it presented. So the Patrician brothers of Blacktown leading by 6 points to 4 here on the Daily Telegraph scoreboard as they look to mount an attack down here on the commentary edge. Donoveski now wants a quick play the ball. He's got it. Last tackle. Brettle kicks, chases. Lock on at the back, I think you'll find by Gash. So a penalty goes to Patrician Brothers of Blacktown here. 20 metres out from Erindale College's goal line. So we talk about the pendulum in the game of rugby league. Is it now swinging towards Patrician Brothers as we go inside the back end of the last half of footy in the first half? As Brittle now again sets it up. They love the run off his hip, don't they? There's Arthur. Finau drifting, squatting them off like flies. But Xavier's there to bring him into the ground. So Arthur awaits. Here's Brettle. Beautiful ball. And the fullback chiming in now. They've got another penalty, just going a little bit too high for our referee in Jack Fisher. So momentum is building. And defence is building on the line here from Erindale College. Held up over the line. So again, have a chance to attack. Jacob plays it back. Tackle count's restarted. So Finau offloads. There's a gap here. There's a try coming in the corner. Ben Zara. He goes over untouched. Beautiful execution, great vision, great ball, and an easy try to finish it off. The Ben Zara in the corner. Well done, Patrician Brothers. They're up by 10 points to 4 on our Daily Telegraph scoreboard. Well, they were just caught short, weren't they? Erindale College out there on their right edge. And it was just a great fiery pass right onto the chest. And Zara probably won't score an easier try in schoolboys footy. It's just a matter of going over with footy in hand and makes it look simple. He was trying actually to bring it back around towards the goal post. Couldn't quite achieve that as Erindale was trying to stop him from doing that. And they didn't. That's what they were able to do, of course. So we'll have the kick now from 10 metres in from the eastern touch line. 21 metres out, the Erindale College goal line. So just a few other headlines as we wait now for the kick from the Daily Telegraph this morning. We'll just wait for the kicker conversion before we get into the sport headlines of the day. High enough. Can they knock it between the black dot? Yes, they can. Straight over the black dot here, folks. 12-4 with 12 minutes remaining of footy in the first half in favour of Patrician Brothers of Blacktown on a big day of quarter-final football here at Campbelltown Sports Ground. So other stories making news today in the Daily Telegraph. The drama up in Newcastle continues with the Kalen Ponga and Man saga. The NRL, of course, have gone up to Newcastle and they've tested Ponga and Mann for illicit drug use. So hopefully we'll find out that as the investigations continue. And Paul Kent, in his opinion piece, has come up with what does an NRL club in Newcastle look like at the moment. And it's been a very successful era that the Newcastle Knights have had since they came into the comp in '88. But they haven't had too much success pretty much since they last won the comp in 2001. And I'll tell you what, Patrician Brothers of Blacktown, success is coming here. The juggle's good. Arthur offloads. Here's Brettle. He steps. He weaves. Here's Lang dummying his way. Can he get there? Well, maybe the Newcastle Knights might have to look at this side. Stars galore. Youthfulness galore. This is incredible if they can get there. Oh, no. Samuel Artu just overrunning the football. But that's what rugby league's all about. And maybe the Knights can just watch a little clip of that too and see how they can put up points in 2022, because it's been a horrible year, hasn't it? And, you know, that's all about pathways up there, and it's not going to plan for the Knights. So that's one of the opinion pieces today from Kent. Also, the Panthers' $6 million fight to keep the star trio And South's big call on Latrell. Call as Stars return. So you'll be able to find out all those stories in the online version of the Daily Telegraph live right now. The NRL headlines today. So there's that kick into touch. 40 metres out from the Patrician Brothers goal line. We'll get to some other headlines throughout this game. But so far, Patrician Brothers leading by 12 points to 4. They're creating their own headline, aren't they? Overpowering their opposition so far, but early days yet in this clash. Here's McSpadden. Taken down on the 20. Kashotti now. He feels the impact there. Here's Gash. Dumbing his way inside the 10. So it's the 5th and the last. Clutterbuck, he wants the football along with Carr. Carr goes up, Carr comes down with it, and Carr scores a brilliant try for Erindale College. Well, what Carr usually goes after, he usually comes down with. What an incredible catch. And he's just flopped over the line. Well done to Erindale College. Regan Carr. Well, they were calling for the footy. They're either going to get it through the air raid or get it through the pass. But the ball went up off the boot. He went higher and come up with a stellar try. And Regan Carr, there he is on the screen right now, folks. Picks up the second try of the day, and he's going to have the kick to convert his own 4-pointer from 21 metres out, 10 metres in from touch. It's got some breaking headlines, of course, coming out of the Brisbane Broncos, being reported by the Daily Telegraph that the Broncos lash out at the body-shaming trolls. The Brisbane Broncos have strongly reacted to the online attacks made against the club and their Queensland star in Julia Robinson. Not called for, so you'll be able to find out that story in further depth and detail on the dailytelegraph.com.au. So here's the kick now from Regan Carr. Can he convert his own try? He's bringing it back around. It looks good. He's got it. Flutchurch has put their flags up. Straight over the black dot. Well, when you're on, you're wrong. And Regan Carr is certainly on. What a moment here in the quarterfinal for the youngster. Converts the try, and that takes the score now out to 12 points to 10. What a battle we've got coming up. Just checking the official scoreboard here at the ground, folks, and we've just got 7 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here in the first half of football. As Patrician Brothers of Blacktown holding on, clinging on to a 2-point lead. In the 23rd minute of the contest. And we're back here again, of course, next Wednesday for the second round of the finals, and then not too far away, the big day. All the school right around New South Wales look forward to, if they can make it, schoolboys' grand final day. We haven't had it for quite a number of years, have we? The COVID interruption, but it's back in all its blazing glory this year, as they did well there to stay in the field of play. Gash finds himself offloading it here to Olaya. The chasers are coming through. Max at the back. Did well there, Lang. Never ended up taking his eyes off that footy, off the Steeden. So it's a real battle here. A real grind through the middle. Here in Western Sydney, here at Campbelltown Sports Ground. It's a beautiful playing conditions as we see now again. Donoveski looking to split them the ribbons. Great cover coming across there by Alea. Alengu now towards the 40-metre line. So it's the last tackle here. What's their last play option? De Corsi goes for a little chip and chase. Oh, here he is. Lang from the back. He offloads it. What a try. Ladu dives over in the corner. Semenuel Ladu. Great ball. Well executed. And the winger, he dives over in the corner with 5 minutes remaining in the first half of 40 for Patrician Brothers of Blacktown. Well, from one end of the field to the other pretty much. They were all defending their line, weren't they, in the last 5 minutes, but then they've got a sniff of attack. And we know that they can pull our rabbit out of a hat at any time, at any moment, and that is what they've done. Latu knows his way to the try line. A try-scoring machine this year in the Peter Mullholland Cup. There he is there on the left-hand side of the screen. Just getting a bit of attention there from the trainer, but now we stand by for the kick from the touchline. Can they convert? The Latu try. Brettle from the touchline. Had the distance, but just to the right-hand side. So no change to the Daily Telegraph scoreboard, folks. 16 points to 10. With just over 3 minutes of football remaining in the first half of football. And as we launch into our third game, coming your way from 1 o'clock, just a reminder, we'll see Westfield's Sports High going around against St Dominic's College. So that game will get underway in about 40 minutes from now. We're really looking forward to that one as well. And then we'll conclude our massive day of coverage at 2:15 when Hill Sports High go around against Holy Cross College. So Community TV will be your only place to watch all of these games today, the quarterfinals. It's that time of the year. Doesn't matter what competition you play or what you're playing. It's just like Christmas, isn't it, for the boys out there today? All their hard work throughout the year. It's being shown right across Australia thanks to the Daily Telegraph. And what a competition it's been now for more than 4 decades. The schoolboys football just keeps on keeping on, doesn't it? Here's that kick downfield as Gash has got to go away and field it. Takes the tackle over the top. Did well there to stay in the field of play. As Erindale drifting across field now through Will O'Malley. 3 in the tackle. You can feel the jolt from high up here on the pretty much the roof where we're broadcasting today here at Campbelltown. Taken down just short of that halfway line by a few metres. So we've got just over 1.5 minutes of football remaining as we see now Anderson takes his side towards the 40. Now the chasers are going to come after this football. Cars flying through. But the ever-reliable fullback, Speed the Burn, is the live wire, isn't he? Creates great chat from the back. As I mentioned, he's just a great running asset. Max Lang always knows where to position himself well, the 17-year-old. Papu now. Sending across. That's the 40-metre mark. There's Arthur. The red headband on is Jensen Tuori. So Arthur, Brettle, good short ball is David Afu. He's on the last. So De Courcy wants the ball to go to the right. He'll come through in the attacking line and come up with an incredible try. Well, you could see that from Mars. You could see that from Not on Earth. That was incredible. De Courcy wanted it. The chase was absolutely spot on from Wilson De Courcy. Had a lot of running time to get to that football, but that's class for the 17-year-old. Called for it, got it, and came up with a stellar try. If you're ever going to score it with 13 seconds remaining, folks, you'd love to do it where he did, wouldn't you? Right underneath the black dot. Great stuff. Great try by Patrician Brothers, Blacktown. They're out now to 10 points, leading into the biscuits at half-time. It looks like it'll be one of the easiest ones of the day for Dylan Bredel, the halfback. Right in front of the black dot. And as you know, everybody here at Campbelltown Sports Ground, they've got the Leagues Club there on the right-hand side, West Leagues Club. The ground, of course, over the last 5 years has had a tremendous transformation. The whole precinct here in great nick. You've got the softball fields in the background, netball courts. It's pretty much a question of what don't they have here. Is it the kick from right in front? It is a beauty from right in front. Dylan Bredel adds the extras. So that's half-time, folks, in our second clash here on a 4-day card at half-time. Patrician Brothers of Blacktown go to Oranges. They lead by 22 points to 10 over Erindale College. We'll take a break and come back with the final 30 minutes here at Campbelltown Sports Ground. Back line, here's Castle. Seen Patrician Brothers blow out to a 22-10 lead. So we're underway. The final 30 minutes in game number 2 of 4 games coming your way on thedailytelegraph.com.au this afternoon here at Campbelltown. Now, I'm just getting word through that our second game could be delayed. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. So, just getting a few reports that a bit of traffic around the local area, and there's been a few accidents on the motorway. So, we're hearing that the games might be delayed, leading into our second clash. As we see now, Erindale College with the football taken down right on the halfway line. As they now look again to send it across their attacking back line. Here's Castle. Afu wraps him up from going very far. Along there with Ladu. So there's that clearing kick now off the boot of Hovey. Max Lange did well. Hasn't put a foot wrong, has he? The fullback, the ever reliable number 1. He's known where to position himself. He's read the plays well on the last, especially from Erindale College when they were coming that way. Here's Ladu now. Just outside the 40-metre line as the defence gets off him. Anderson, as they look to rumble their way now forward through Hangalangu. Right on the 40-metre line. So there's Matthew Arthur in jersey number 9. He's been pivotal, hasn't he? Certainly got this side going forward. Very nuggety, very creative out of dummy half. There's the little kick into the back line. Gash looks up, takes the footy as he looks around for the reception committee to bring him into the turf now. Lamoto in the tackle. Here from Patrician Brothers of Blacktown as they approach their own 20. So they're hoping for gaps to come through the middle here. And then they go to the edge. So far, they haven't been able to go outside their own end of the field. They'll be able to achieve it now off the boot now of Alea. Kicks this well in between fullback and the winger. There's Latu now. Fields it over there on the right wing as he now tries to beat the first line of defence. So we'll play it right on the red line, which indicates the 20. So if you just clicked onto our coverage, it is 22 points to 10 in favour of Patrician Brothers of Blacktown. Game 2 of 4. Here this afternoon at Campbelltown. We stand by at 1 o'clock. Well, that's questionable with the... might be running a little bit late with that 1 o'clock kickoff. Westfield Sports High versus St Dominic's College. And at 2:15 today, we've got Hill Sports High going around against Holy Cross College. So an action-packed 4 or 5 hours coming your way still here from Campbelltown Sports Ground. Now the support was on the right. Peter Sowd was calling for it. As they receive a penalty here, Erindale College. Referee for this one in Jack Fisher. Just telling them that they were back the required distance. So this is exactly what the coaching staff and the entire school was hoping for. A chance now with a fresh tackle count in really good field territory. As they now go into the middle of the corridor, right on the 30. Kachotta. Now he was just waiting for that ball from dummy half, but all of a sudden his patience was turned to maybe a little bit of frustration there as his side's given over cheap territory to Patrician Brothers as they just lost the football on the 30 just when they were about to mount a big attack play to the right because they were deep. It's just come unstuck for them on the 30. So we'll see the scrum here. Fed by Brettle. That's Patrician Brothers of Blacktown again. Try to search for holes. They come out now to the edge. They want the foot to the accelerator at full pedal. Here's David Afu. Brettle. Jordan Falono. Gets a penalty for his side, and the referee has said, play on here. The big dummy, the offload to Arthur. He offloads it. Razzle dazzle. 3 on 2. It's just a matter of putting it together. But the last pass wasn't a good one, and it's gone over the touchline there from Ladu. So close yet so far for Patrician Brothers. But when you're up by 22 points to 10, I'm pretty sure you could have some fun in the sun here in the quarterfinals, and that's exactly what they were trying to aim for. They try, but it's gone to... The ball's into touch. As Regan Carr comes away now, crosses his own 20-metre line. Picked up 1 try today, Regan Carr. In the 6th minute, or the 7th minute of the match. That's when it was pretty much even Stevens, and then game drifted out towards the back end of that first half, and now we see a penalty here for a strip. Right on the 30-metre line of Erindale College as Sam Gash has tried his heart out, hasn't he, from the back today for his home school. So he finds the touchline here, right on the 40. So 10 metres inside, Patrician Brothers end of the park. Here's Jaden Vega now. Very powerful run of the football. Toiler of the pack, of course. Here's Kachochi. That's Anderson. It's Itai. right on the 20-metre line. Cacciotti again. Works it to the left. Alaya. Asking the questions. Jaden Xavier. Strong run. Inside the 10. So they're back on their own goal line. Patrician Brothers, last tackle. Cacciotti, dummy half. Back to the land, lock forward in Anderson. And he's short of the line. It's a turnover to Patrician Brothers. But their goal line defence, apart from 2 moments today, has been absolutely tremendous. So they come off their own 20-metre line now. So they work to the right edge of the field. They're trying to skip away there from Cacciotti. Comes back and stops them from going outside their own 30. Now into Jordan Itai. They've come nearly 50 metres in this set. Flat pass. Finds the ground. As Jetta just throwing that ball with a little bit of frustration, but awkwardly for him, it's the ball as he ended up throwing it. It's gone into the head of a Erindale College player. So I just try to look up the number plate here. Yeah, Ben Castle's just got the ball in the head, but no intention, of course. Just being in the wrong spot at the wrong time on that occasion. So Blake Hovey puts the ball into the scrum. Again, we find ball with Alaya. He's not going far. The defence not allowing him to. Great tackle there by David Afu. So now cross forward through Anderson. He beats one. He tries to get away from the second. Holding down for too long. And Sammy Gash wanted to take the tap. He just hands it over here to Cacciotti, who dishes it up now for Jordan Itai, and he's within 10 metres. So this will really test the Black Lions' defence here as it comes back to Anderson. He's charging, isn't he, with full grunt. Dummy half Burrow. Cacciotti. He's close. Referee consults with his touch judges. And Xavier Cacciotti has got a 4-pointer for Erindale College. Well done. With just over 19 minutes remaining in the second half of footy. Well, he's been dangerous all day. And Cacciotti was, well, he was bamboozling them, wasn't he? They didn't know what quite to expect, Patrician Brothers. And Cacciotti, he says, boys from Erindale College, just follow me. And he's picked up a stellar little try for himself and his side. So this game, it's only, if he knocks this over from right in front, we've got a 6-point ball game here. And Regan Carr, relatively simple kick, 12 metres out, about 5 or 6 to the left-hand side of the post as we look out onto the stadium here from our broadcasting platform. So could that be a turning point? Stabs at it, and he converts. So the Cacciotti try converted here by Regan Carr. So we've got a game on with 17 minutes remaining, folks. 22 points to 16 here at Campbelltown Stadium. Patrician Brothers, they won't want to clock off, that's for sure. No rush to get the game back underway. So boot to ball. for the final 17 minutes of footy. 6 points. As I said, it's game on. Here's Vega. It's Castle. With a good strong run of 5 metres. As our pitchers captured. As they drift towards the centre of the field. Give them back away now for McCourton. Now that's going out the back door. It's got to be scooped up by Clutterback. Now he's going through the middle. Squatting players away like flies. Just to the halfway line now. We've got an injury concern here for, or is it a cramp? Let's see if we can just pick that up on the camera to the left-hand side. More of a cramp, I think you'll find. As the trainer in the orange shirt is Brian Rule. He's gone over to just see how things are going. So we're just looking out of our broadcast box window, and both sides for our next clash are now in the stadium, so that's good news. Westfield Sports High will go around against St Dominic's College. That's coming up next here at the Daily Telegraph. So I think it's more than a cramp here. Looks like and then Sealer is now coming over, the other trainer, and Joseph Trimmer Montana just assisting there with Brian Rule to escort him from the field. Then we'll get back underway, of course. And it looks like Matthew Arthur is about to go back out onto the field of battle for the final 16 minutes. So they've lost Latu, their winger, coming from the field there. The Patrician brothers, as this kick goes over the sideline and into touch, 10 metres away from the Patrician line. So let's just keep an eye on the scoreboard. The clock is the most important thing right now. Just over 15 minutes remaining. 6 points separating both schools. It's been a real grind, hasn't it, of a second half here for both sides. If you're tuning into our coverage from Erindale College, you're only 6 points behind. Anything can happen. It's Patrician brothers here through Arthur. Fresh legs, dishing it up here for Afu. He offloads the football. Razzle dazzle. Now, they love to offload it. They love to switch it. They do exactly that. Here's Lang. He goes from one end to the other. Now, stepping their way inside the 10. Stepping their way towards the goal line. So Lang again in the dummy half. He fires it back. They're charging with gusto. They're brought down a metre away from the goal line. Couple more left up their sleeve here. As Patrician brothers through Arthur fires it away. They're up quickly. This is great stuff by the opposition. Ball and all tackle. Incredible stuff. It stopped the momentum. Here's Arthur. Again to the right-hand edge. There's that kick. Here comes the chasers. Oh, the ball goes over the dead ball line by itself. Back out to the 20 for a tap restart. Well, that was an interesting little passage of play. And back out to the 20. Because all the other schools are pretty much down in the dead ball area. Westfield Sports College were down there and looked around. All of a sudden they were in the field of play pretty much. As we're back to the halfway line with just over 14 minutes remaining here on the Daily Telegraph scoreboard. Vargoff floats the football, keeping it alive. They're looking for the holes. The holes are not coming. This is Anderson. We know he can offload. We've seen that throughout the entire year. But right now, he holds on to that football. Here's Jordan Etai. Put down there by Latu. Switches it again. Hovey. He finds Castle. He's on the last. Down by 6, but still in the contest. Here goes that pass to their winger. O'Malley, he gets there and scores in the corner. What about that? The pass was incredible. The take was even better. And the put down was something you haven't seen for pretty much 20 minutes since their last try. That was so good. And that try now puts them back within 2. And you talk about pressure. You talk about pressure in finals football. Well, that now falls for their goal kicker in Regan Carr from right out on the touchline. How good was that? How good did he go? Try and get a replay of that if you can. That was incredible stuff by the youngster. Ended up drawing that football in. And in the corner he goes.
Erindale College 20 with a kick to come.
So just over 12 minutes remaining. 2-point ball game. And the crowd here at Campbelltown Sports Stadium. Hush as this now attempted conversion comes from Regan Carr. What you can't see is the big crowd that's turned up here today at Campbelltown Sports Ground. 4 games of football. But right now, we talk about moments in the game of rugby league. This is one of them. Left boot striker of the footy, Regan Carr, taking his time. It's coming back around. He's got it from the touchline. When you're on, you're on. What a kick. What a try. And what a conversion. We've got a game of rugby league here at Campbelltown. We're locked up at 22 points all with 11 minutes remaining in the contest. Incredible try, and what about that? We just spoke about moments in sport. Moments under pressure. We talk about game breakers. We talk about coaches relying on leadership and skill to drive them to victory. Well, perhaps the kick has driven them to where they are right now at locked up, and they're razzling and they're dazzling out towards the 30-metre line. What a remarkable game of rugby league. It's had everything. Brilliant tries, big hits. The question probably is, folks, what hasn't it had? Finals football on our doorstep. The defence is strong there on Etai. Where will it go now? Back to the right. Varga wants it. Varga's got it. Well, he's lost the footy. Was it stripped out? That's the question. What's the referee going to say in Jack Fisher? No. It wasn't stripped. He's just lost it cold. But there you go. They're going to get the ball back. So there you go. So now what's our little referee doing here? Is he just coming back to see where he's going to put down the scrum? And that's going to be 40 metres out from the Patrician Brothers Blacktown line. So Erindale will get the feed with 9 minutes remaining. Now, obviously, they'll want to go for a try. I don't think there's too many field goals in schoolboys football, but you never know. You never know what the game of rugby league can dish up. Referee's not happy with that. Ball into the scrum. He's got time off here. And Cacciotti still out on the bench. Pretty much they need him back out there on the field at the next opportunity, hopefully. But they attack now, and they go forward his time. There's centre three-quarter in Carr. He's inside the 10. He's still going. He's going to score! A try! Regan Carr! What an individual effort! Well, if he's not setting up tries, he's kicking goals from the touchline. And is that the try that's going to give Erindale College the points with 8 minutes remaining in this quarter-final? I don't know. Long way to go. But that's going to go a long way, hopefully for them, possibly to seal victory. And now the kick from the touchline, from right out over there on the eastern touchline. Wow, what about that in the game of finals football? In 4 minutes, Erindale College, they've gone bang, bang. And Patrician Brothers of Blacktown, they are in for one hell of a last 8 minutes of football. They're in there for the shock of their life. Did they see it coming? They can see it, but they can't believe it. But Erindale College, they can believe it. And now the group is huddled back here on the halfway line. And they are saying to themselves, boys, we can go on with this with 8 minutes remaining. And is this the upset of 2022? I'll tell you what a day for schoolboys football. We've seen some humdingers of a game since up past 10, haven't we? And we've got 2 more to come. This is just the entree. But we talk about moments. We talk about upsets in sport. Well, haven't we seen plenty of them throughout the morning here in the Mullholland Cup? The kick is no good, though, I don't think. Oh, just to the right-hand side of the post. So that's the scoreboard, folks. 26 points to 22 with 8 minutes remaining on the Daily Telegraph scoreboard. Wow. How good's that? So there's the kickoff. Goes down to the 10-metre line. And they bring it back now forward. With just over 6 minutes remaining. 6 nail-biting minutes to go. Can't afford to give cheap football back to Patrician Brothers. We know that they can strike from anywhere on the field if given a sniff. It's where we are, right on the 40-metre line. Defence comes over the top there from Brettle. Taken down just outside the 40. Given back away again now from Cacciotti. He's out there on the field. Needed to be, and he's out there, and the referee is going to call it up here. He's called it up. Jake Anderson has come up with the fumbles. So this is the part of the field that the Patrician Brothers of Blacktown can shine. You can't underestimate them. The history behind the club, the history behind the jersey, and Dylan Brettle out to put the ball into the scrum. Just a couple of metres short of the halfway line. Arthur offloads. Now they put the foot to the throttle. Taken down there by Soward. Given back away now to the right-hand side of the park. Falalino now. He's taken down 32 metres out from the goal line. Here's Jura. So a chance now for Patrician Brothers. You just don't know who's going to do what next, do you? Filono with the footy. That's Brettle. Back to Judah. He's close on the last. Last tackle now for Patrician Brothers. Where's Arthur? He delivers it. De Courcy throws the dummy. He needs to offload it. The ball's gone backwards. They've got to go forward. Are they allowed to go forward? They need to do something remarkable. It's the last tackle. It's a changeover. Changeover back to Erindale College. 10 metres out from their own line. Well, they've grown 5 extra feet. Well, that's what confidence can do to you. They were never out of this game. They just needed good field territory and a bit of luck. And they've certainly had that. But now they're oozing with confidence with 5 minutes remaining. Hanging on by 4. Straight and hard into Falano. Here's Anderson. He says, boys, I'll take it towards the 40. Vega to the halfway line. 5th and the last. What's the last play option now? Off the boot again of Alea. High. The chasers are coming through. Regan Carr leads the race as Patrician brothers go away and field it 30 metres out for their own goal line. What a game of football. What a nail biter. And it's still going. I don't think there's many nails left here on the crowd as they go down the touchline now. Here's Zara. Oh, he's did well. He's done exceptionally well, hasn't he, to stay in the field of play. Bredel gives it across. Arthur asking questions. Little blonde-headed nuggeting hooker goes to dummy half again. There's space to the right. They were out here a moment ago and they were denied. They put in the kick and they're denied for another one. Well, they're throwing everything at them, but Erindale College is throwing everything and more back to them, answering anything that they're dishing up. Remarkable game of footy with 3.5 minutes remaining, folks. Erindale College. They can't afford any mistakes here. This is Gash. Referee is calling time off. It's Gash, was ready to play the footy. Taken down here just short of the 40-metre line. Here's Anderson on the last. Look for the kick now. There it goes. Straight down the corridor. Fielded well. This is Lange. Right on the halfway line. With just over 2 minutes remaining in game 2 of game 4. Here in the quarterfinals. So Arthur, he's looking around again for troops. Standing in the tackle with just over 2 minutes remaining. That's Bredel. Donovensky tackled on the 30. They're inching their way closer. Inside the 10 metres as the last tackle. Is it now or will it be never? What are they going to do? They're looking around. Bredel, dummies, offloads it. Razzle dazzle, keep an eye on the football. They need to offload it. They do offload it. They're charging towards the post. Can they get there? They're held up. They didn't even get over the line. Oh, what about that? Tremendous goal line defence from Erindale College. They got players down and out, back on the 10-metre line. Wow. How good's this been? Now, the trainer is ruled to the interchange bench. Mick Howard, one of his forwards here. We'll just try to pick up the number plate when we can. This is not good. The knee looks like it buckled under that tackle. So what do we got? Just over 1.5 minutes remaining in the clash. And getting to his feet is Ben Castle. And he'll take no further part in the contest. And by looking at him, he's got serious injury that will no doubt take a lot of attention in the coming weeks, and we wish him all the best. Yeah, he can't put any pressure on that right knee, can he? But the trainers take him up the tunnel now as the play resumes with just over 1 minute remaining. Taken down here by Arthur. McSpadden now. Well, they're trying to force the error. But no error is coming until now. But unfortunately, it was not the way Patrician Brothers were expecting it. They've given away a penalty. Given away a penalty here to Sam Gash. So 54 seconds remaining, folks. Erindale College. All they have to do is hang on to the football, play out their sets, and kick it into touch. The Patrician Brothers of Blacktown, they'll be looking to strike and get that footy back. So 28 seconds to go as they look to go through the middle corridor. Kashotti taking all his chances into himself. Good surging run. Olaya now. He wants the footy down to the 40. 10 seconds to go. Patrician Brothers are down by 4 as Erindale College with one last final hit up. Is that the match? The siren goes. What a victory. What a moment. What a moment for Erindale College. They have come here and pulled off a remarkable victory over the hot shots of the competition in the Patrician Brothers of Blacktown. Patrician Brothers of Blacktown. They are down on their haunches. They can't believe that they have been knocked off in the way that they have by Erindale College. What about this moment for Erindale College? The school is absolutely pumping. Their flags are waving down here in the touchline. It's going off. What a day. Kashota, Alayi and Regan Carr. They have done exceptionally well. And Sammy Gash from the back. And what about this now? Ash Barnes, the coach. He's going off. This is incredible. What about this with COVID? He's watching this telecast on dailytelegraph.com.au. Wow. Hey, what would he be thinking right now? Ash Barnes with COVID in his bedroom. What would he be thinking? Incredible game of rugby league. And folks, that is what schoolboys football is all about. On behalf of everybody here at the Campbelltown Sports Stadium, the next game's about to start.